Alchemy of Souls is one of the Korean series that has attracted a lot of attention, and this K-drama has a fantasy world and an incredible story. The first season surprised us, however, we were left with many doubts and questions about some details that were not well explained. There is a theory that it is very likely that Jang Uk will face Yul in the second season, and that possibly they will be enemies for a while. We know that in the first season they fought and Yul won, but what if they fight again in this new season? That's why today I'm going to talk about who will win in a fight between Yul and Jang Uk in the second season. But first, remember to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to be among the first to see our content. We know that in the first season Yul fought with Jang Uk, something that Jang Uk didn't expect. At that time, the fight was because the prince asked Yul to fight Jang Uk to make sure he lost completely. The prize for the person who won was that he could keep Moodok to have her as his personal servant. When Jang Uk found out that the prize was Moodok, he fought harder and with more passion, however it was not enough and he lost. We know that Moodok was the one who made Jang Uk fight with the other magicians because she wanted him to develop his fighting skills, but also wanted him to practice some powers he had not yet mastered as a magician. It was at this time that Moodok learned that Jang Uk had mastered the Chizu. Recall that Moodok explained that Chizu is the ability to control the energy of the atmosphere. This step is attainable once the magician masters Ryusu, but it still takes years to learn it. Even Park Jin admits that it took him more than a decade to master it. The part to remember about Chizu is that a magician can manipulate the atmosphere and water. It is one of the reasons why you can get the Tansu, as a mage can manifest water droplets. We saw that Jang Uk becomes the only magician in history to get the Chizu in a short time. With the help of Master Lee and his fishing technique, Jang Uk masters the Chizu and catches a goldfish. Master Lee explains that the fish is a body of water formed by the energy of the lake. Only Chizu masters and above who have the ability to control the water can catch it. So Moodok already knew that mastering the Chizu was very important and saw how her student achieved it. However, Jang Uk is not the only one who knows about this power, as Yul is one of the few young mages to master the Chizu. Of course, this power is also mastered by Naksu. For that reason Moodok was training her student so that he could reach that level of power. Now, why did Jang Uk lose if he mastered the Chizu? The explanation is quite simple. Jang Uk lost because although he mastered the Chizu, he did not have much experience using that power and he did not have much experience in fighting. In other words, his poor combat skills and his lack of experience were to blame for his failure to win. However, although Yul is a young mage, he had already mastered the Chizu and also has more experience and fighting skills and of course knows how to use his sword more easily. Here we saw that power is not everything and that many times experience is more valuable than talent. To know who would win a fight between these two magicians in the second season, you have to know how powerful each one is and if they have evolved in power and knowledge. First of all, you have to know that at the beginning of the series Yul is described as the genius of the Seo family who is as noble as the setting sun in autumn. So in addition to mastering almost all powers, he is very intelligent and has fighting skills. Jang Uk is described at the beginning of the series as a person who is as dazzling as winter snow. Although he does not have many fighting skills, he is admittedly a very persevering person and is always fighting until he gets what he wants. He is also very intelligent because he was one of the few magicians who managed to read words of heart in a short time and also managed to master the Chizu in a short time. But Jang Uk, unlike Yul, has other birth advantages. For example, he was born with the energy of the King's Star, so in a way that represents that he has some leadership skills and makes him very special in the world of magicians. But the most important thing is that in the second season he will show the power of the Ice Stone. Let's remember that Jang Uk's body was burning and suddenly he rose and everyone was surprised when he was resurrected. So in addition to everything mentioned, he can be immortal thanks to the ice stone. But we also have to add that not only can he be immortal, but now he could use the powers of the ice stone and that gives him a very big advantage against Yul. This means that Jang Uk could create a protective barrier with the stone. He could use in his favor the energy of the earth, the fire, the wind, and most importantly the water. With these 4 elements of the planet, his power would be incredible. With this information, I think that Jang Uk would beat Yul because he has the ice stone. Although it would not be easy for him to use it at the beginning because he doesn't have much experience, we know that Jang Uk learns very fast and could master it very well. However, if he uses it, he could cause chaos because when Buyeon appeared to Mudok as an adult, she told her that the power of the ice stone was exorbitant, and that if she uses it she has to deal with the consequences. She told her that if she wishes for rain she will get flood, if she wishes for wind she will get a typhoon. So he could win by using the ice stone, but the consequences could be disastrous. However, it should be mentioned that if by chance Yul can summon or do a ritual to make the ice stone appear, well, the fight would be very difficult to predict because they are both very good. But if Yul had the ice stone, he could win just because he has more experience than Jang Uk, and that gives him a very powerful advantage. Although we do not know what will happen in the second season, we can have an idea of some things that could happen, and that is the confrontation between Jang Uk and Yul if it can be presented. Recall that there is a theory that Yul kept the ashes of Naksu and Jang Uk could use the ice stone to revive her. After that, it is said that Yul will be impressed to see Naksu's body alive again, and for that reason he could fall in love with her. As it is expected that Naksu is looking for her to kill her, it is said that for that reason Yul will hide her in order to protect her. According to the theory, it is believed that Yul does not accept that Jang Wook is also in love with her. So for that reason they are going to fight again. In season 1 they both fought for Mudok, and it is believed that in this second season they will fight again for Naksu, but now she will be in her original body. By this theory, it is believed that Jang Uk and Yul will fight in this new season. Who do you think will win if they fight again, and why? Who do you think will be more powerful in this second season? If you like this video, like it and share it with your friends.